Jai Hind. I am Cadet Varshaku Kushwal, Regimental Number RJ19SWR 739348 from 2 Raj RNV Regiment NCC Navania, Unit Headquarters, Udaipur. Currently studying my BVSC and AH course from College of Veterinary and Animal Science, Navania, Vallabhnagar. ANBA refers to Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Today, every part of our country are playing their roles in advancing this mission initiated by our Honorable Prime Minister. This is a vast scenario in itself. What I would like to do today is to explain on the beneficial aspect of it, and that is adequacy of infrastructure and resources for Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. The wordings of Shri Narendra Modi is that the state of the world today teaches us that Atmanirbhar Bharat or self-reliant India is the only path. It is said in our scriptures, Esha Pantha, that is self-sufficient India. The first mention of this came in the form of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan or self-reliant mission during the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic related to economic package on 12th May 2020. Let's have a quick introduction. An economic stimulus package worth 20 lakh crore, that is 10% of India's GDP in 2019-20. The key pillars of ANBA are economy, infrastructure, technology-driven systems, demographies, and demand. Main focus areas are land, labor, liquidity, and law. Possible impacts are spur growth, build self-reliant India. And the last one, desired outcome, includes improve ease of doing business and integrate global value chain. Now, moving on to our main point of focus, that is infrastructure. There are many areas of infrastructure where ANBA plays a major role. Following are among them. First is energy, then roads, then irrigation, rural agriculture and food processing, then mobility, railway, digital infrastructure, port and airport, and last, defense. First and foremost is the energy. The Government of India had on 13th May 2020 decided to make an infusion of liquidity of Rs 90,000 crore through Power Finance Corporation PFC and Rural Electrification Corporation REC as a part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Next, agriculture. There are some funds to strengthen agriculture, animal husbandry and fisheries. Major of them are Rs 1 lakh crore agriculture infrastructure for farmers, Rs 20,000 crore for fishermen through Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana PMMSY, Rs 50,000 crore for Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund, Rs 500 crore for beekeeping initiatives, amendments to Essential Commodities Act to enable better price realization for farmers, agriculture marketing reforms to provide marketing choices to farmers, agriculture produce price and quality assurance. For roads, a sum of Rs 10,339 crore has been released by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways during the COVID-19 period under the simplified payment process as envisaged in the Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme. The government has taken various steps to ensure ease of doing business and also to boost stakeholder confidence in building quality road infrastructure in the country. In railway sector, Railway are supporting the Self-Reliant India scheme by saving diesel. Not only diesel but also about 100 crores of rupees is increasing towards saving annually. A Vande Bharat train can be prepared with this amount. For this, Northern Railway these days is converting LHB coaches into head-on generation system. Out of total 2,231 LHB coaches, 2,211 coaches have been converted into head-on generation system. For airports and ports, The government also announced 6 more airports for auction under a public-private partnership PPE model. Annual revenue from this in the first round could come up to rupees 1000 crore per year with an additional down payment of rupees 2300 crore for the Airports Authority of India. Aircraft component repair and airframe maintenance are expected to increase from rupees 800 crore to rupees 2000 crore in 3 years. Made in India cranes for cargo handling at ports. The country will strive for about 60% of the global ship recycling business share. Within 2 years, the share would reach 50%. Digital sector. Atmanirbhar Abhiyan government celebrate many sectors like health, education, etc. with digital sector that will create new implements in this sector. An implementation of National Digital Health Blueprint under the National Digital Health Mission. PM eVidya, a program for multi-mode access to digital or online education to be launched immediately. Last but not the least, defense manufacturing and export promotion. Self-reliance in defense has been the cornerstone of India's defense production policy. The recent call the Atmanirbhar Bharat the goal of self-reliance. The vision behind this is to make India among the leading countries of the world in defense sector, including aerospace and naval shipbuilding sectors from design to production with active participation of public and private sector, and thus fulfilling the twin objective of self-reliance and exports. Thank you for listening my part. Now, I would like to hand over the rest of presentation to Cadet Piyush Dwivedi, and I'm sure he will lead this journey towards a new dimension.
Resource adequacy. It is a term in the electricity sector. In the simplest terms, it is just a regulatory construct developed to ensure that there will be sufficient resources available to serve electric demand under all but the most extreme conditions. India is the world's third largest producer and consumer of electricity. The national electric grid in India has an installed capacity of 373.436 gigawatts as of 31st October 2020. During the 2018 to 19, the total electricity generation in the country was 1,547 terawatt hours. India has a surplus power generation capacity but lacks adequate distribution infrastructure. To address this, the Government of India launched a program called Power for All in 2016. Efficiency of power generation. Currently, 75% of the power produced domestically is by coal power plants. This is the least efficient and leads to a lot of pollution. To improve the power production in India and to meet the ever-rising demand, we need to increase the power generated by renewable sources of energy. This is a pie chart indicating how much of the electricity is generated by what source. As you can see, almost 75% is by coal and the rest of the 25% is by the renewable resources. Renewable resources for power production. Hydro or water power plants. India's potential for hydropower is 125,550 megawatts at 60% load factor. India is ranked 4th globally by underutilized hydropower potential. Solar. It has been estimated that 32,000 square kilometers of the wastelands, if used for solar power generation, 2,000 billion kilowatt hours of electricity could be produced, twice the power generated in the years 2013 to 14, and that too at a price of 4 rupees per kilowatt hours. Building solar power plants on marginally productive lands offers the potential for solar electricity to replace all of India's fossil fuel energy requirements and could offer per capita energy consumption at par with USA Japan for the peak population expected during its demographic transition. Land acquisition is also a challenge for solar farm projects in India. Wind. India has the 4th largest installed wind power capacity in the world. In 2015 to 16, wind power accounted for 8.5% of India's total installed power capacity and 2.5% of the country's power output. India aims to install a total 60 gigawatts of wind power capacity by 2022. The wind power tariff of around 2.5 Indian rupees per kilowatt hour is the cheapest of all power generation sources in India. India's share of nuclear power plant generation capacity is 1.2 of the worldwide nuclear power production capacity, making it the 15th largest nuclear power producer. India aims to supply 9% of its electricity needs with nuclear power by 2032 and 25% by 2050. India's government is currently developing up to 62 additional nuclear reactors, mostly using thorium fuel, which it expects to be operational by 2025. Submitted by Sergeant Jeevan Lal Prajapati, Corporal Ravina Janwa, Cadet Sanjay Kumar, Cadet Varsha Kokaswal, Cadet Piyush Dwivedi. Thank you.